I believe that the U.S.-Chinese relationship is probably the key relationship for the next decade, if not longer. China all the time is described, when everybody talks about it, as rising. They are large in every way. They are resource hungry. They are finding their place in the world. And what has been going on, and it is going on as we speak, is an evolution in each administration of more in-depth relations with the Chinese. So Secretary Clinton and Secretary Geithner are there as part of strategic talks on both political and economic issues. There also are more and more military-to-military talks, I think in a way because it's essential to know what's going on. One of the lessons of my book is that leaders cannot make decisions based on wishful thinking. So Neville Chamberlain hoped that Hitler would turn out differently than he did. President Roosevelt hoped that Stalin would turn out differently. And so decisions have to be fact-based. And the only way to do that is to have interaction with whomever. I do not consider it appeasement to talk to people we don't like. That is very different than giving in, but I think you have to know what's going on, and so that is what is happening. I also know this to be a fact, because it was true when I was secretary, and I know this secretary very well, is that you talk about everything in these meetings. Sometimes you talk very publicly, sometimes you have private meetings, but believe me, all of this is on the table. There is no question. Some to do with human rights, some on religious rights. I'm sure that there were stories about the harvesting of organs not long ago. Some on issues to do with the South China Sea, some on currency, but all these issues do come up. And I think that the responsibility now is to figure out what is the right mix in this relationship in terms of, are they enemies or are they friends? There's this stupid new word, frenemies. But the bottom line is that there are areas in which we can cooperate with the Chinese. We want to and need to cooperate with them on dealing with North Korea. We are trying to get them to be more active and effective both on Iran and on Syria. We need to figure out what are the boundaries in terms of stuff going on in the South China Sea, any number of different things. And so those are the responsibilities of the diplomats, while never forgetting that we are dealing with a communist system that, frankly, I think is going through some very interesting introspection, issues with Beaujolais and what is going on there. I have been involved in, this may surprise you, in rather peculiar talks of Democrats and Republicans with the International Department of the Chinese Communist Party. And the question is why any of us do this, and some of it I think is that they feel pressure at the bottom of their pyramid and they're trying to sort out what kind of things to do. They have a huge country to run. They have very serious problems, very big divisions between the rich and the poor, urban, rural, and they are going to be a major partner or adversary or whatever in the next years. And whenever there's a complicated relationship that we have, we call it multifaceted. So we have a multifaceted relationship with the Chinese.